Welcome to Trivia Viral. Our channel covers all the latest analysis and recaps on TV shows and movies, as well as interesting stories and facts that you may not have known. So sit back, relax, and subscribe to our channel if you have been enjoying our videos so far. The movie starts with a woman waking up in the middle of a car ride. It turns out she is a bride who is being brought to her new home by her husband after their wedding. Her husband is a doctor. This mansion is very beautiful and only two other people live in it, a housekeeper and the doctor's blind son. They enjoy their wedding night later on, getting intimate for the first time ever. He shows the bride around the house. He lives in a huge sprawling mansion with lots of high-tech security measurements in place. Each door has a fingerprint scanner that will recognize both his and her fingerprints. However, he does not want her to go into one specific room in the basement. The doctor starts to come onto her, while the housekeeper watches from the end of the hallway. Every morning the doctor has to leave for work, while the bride is left to their own devices. One night, she sees the housekeeper walk outside with the son. Her new clothes and jewelry, as well as the various luxuries that her new home provides, are sufficient for her to enjoy herself. However, she is very curious, and before long she starts sneaking into the forbidden area after being unable to fall asleep. The room is similar to a laboratory, and it is filled with strange machines that look like lockers or drawers. She is shocked and disgusted when she opens one of these drawers to discover a clone of herself sleeping. It is revealed that the doctor has cloned her multiple times. She runs out of the room panicking, gets a cut on her finger, and leaves the door unlocked. She tries to call for help using the phone, but the phone won't work. This video is sponsored by QD. QD is Asia's largest platform for students, tutors, and coaches to match up for lessons. Sign up at QD today. The next day, she cautiously asks why the phone won't work, but the doctor waves it off. They spend the day getting intimate, but she can't enjoy herself. Soon the doctor quickly learns about what his new bride has done. She tries to escape, but the doors won't open. He cruelly harms the wife severely, causing her to pass away. The housekeeper and her son are not fazed in the slightest, and they even help him dig a grave to bury the bride in. The housekeeper tells the doctor to stop, but he refuses. 6 weeks after the horrendous event, the same girl is traveling home with her new doctor husband, just like before. The wedding day is similar for the bride and groom, and in some ways, she is experiencing the exact same things the previous bride did. Each time the bride tries to get closer to the housekeeper, the doctor blocks them. The next day, she soon goes into the room and discovers the clones. Unbeknownst to her, another clone steps out of the room to follow. The clone watches her sleep and touches her clothes. The bride is spooked the next morning to find her clothes in a disarray. She tries to steer clear of the doctor, but he gets angry and says she has to be punished. She runs from him for a while. He plays a recording of him playing the piano to fool her. Then he catches her from behind and gags her with a cloth doused with anesthetic. But the bride plays dead until he lowers his guard, then fatally wounds him. She cleans up the mess in the room, takes a shower, and burns her clothes. She tries to call 911, but sees the housekeeper and the boy return, so she pretends everything is fine. The two don't seem to trust her, and the housekeeper suddenly has a heart attack. She is rushed to the hospital. The son says that he knows what happened and gets her to help burn the doctor's body. He claims that the bride's childhood memories are actually memories of being brought up as a clone by the housekeeper and the son. Later they are visited by the doctor's detective friend, and the bride lies that the doctor is simply not feeling well. However, the son harms the detective from behind with a weapon. He explains that the doctor has been regularly paying off the detective to keep the secret. He then tells the bride she can leave, but asks her to read the diary of the housekeeper first. He says that he will not release her until she reads the diary. It appears that the bride was originally the doctor's real human wife, but a rare medical condition caused her to pass away during childbirth. Not being able to bear to experience the loss of his wife, he decided to make clones of her and hired the housekeeper, who is actually a biologist, to help him to perfect the clones. The first attempts at building this invention failed, but eventually a clone was built. In the journal, it is revealed that the doctor and his biologist partner have awakened 6 clones in total, including the one that is the current bride. She is the 5th clone that has been awakened. She tries to escape, but the son knocks her out, then chains her leg to a bed. When she awakes, she has no choice but to keep reading the journal. The journal reveals that the housekeeper suspects the son may be a clone of the doctor. When the bride tells the son about the confrontation, he explains that the doctor blinded him out of jealousy years ago when he was young. He says his father did not like that he was growing closer to one of the clones while the clone was still young. The son also said that he caught his dad molesting a clone and confronted him about it, causing the dad to attack him in his sleep. Meanwhile, the housekeeper and the doctor were briefly in an intimate relationship. The son threatens her with a weapon to tell him what she learned in the journal. She says that the son is not a clone of the doctor. After seducing him, she attacks the son again and attempts to escape. Now suddenly the sixth and last clone, carrying a weapon, appears. This final clone seems disoriented and unsure of her surroundings, so she ends up fatally wounding the blind son. The bride is also tragically wounded to the point of nearly passing away before the end of her life. However, she tells the final clone to read the journal that the housekeeper keeps. The final clone reads from the diary, which details how the doctor and the housekeeper met and what they did together on the cloning experiments. The housekeeper discovered that the doctor had wanted to relive his wedding night with each bride he had cloned, before purposely ending the lives of each one. This terrified the housekeeper. After recovering from a heart attack, the housekeeper comes back to the house from a hospital stay. The newest clone gives her a journal to study and encourages her to put her research to better use. The final clone then leaves the place to start her independent life.
What are your thoughts about this story? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe if you would like to see more similar videos, and give us a thumbs up to get more recommendations of our videos. Be the first to watch the latest videos by clicking the bell icon. See you on the next video.